Good evening. The Lloydminster Rescue Squad has been a staple in the community for more than 2 decades, but that could soon change. Their role here in the border city was under discussion during the council meeting yesterday. Some changes could be on the way. Anna Knotvate has the details.
I look forward in that it will be resolved, because I think it affects the morale of the whole squad too, when you just don't know if you have a job to do in the city, and then you don't know, are we going to be housed in the city, so those are the questions.
Council is questioning the building the rescue squad is housed in right now. Mayor Rob Saunders says after assessing the facility, they have to be realistic when it comes to the costs of repair.
If there's alternatives for the home, if there's costs associated to fixing up the existing home, those are all things that need to be considered.
Norm Namer says they aren't worried about the building. They've had a roof leak for years but have learned to deal with it, and they have no issue. After the discussion in council chambers, he said the right questions aren't being asked.
Everyone's talking extrication. There's a lot more than the rescue that we do than just extrication. There's water rescues, there's search and rescue, there's ice rescue.
As of April 1st, the Lloydminster Fire Department will be called first to respond to vehicle extrications. They have a new truck now and 16 trained personnel in that area.
Lloyd Rescue over the last 3 years, 2011, 12, and 13, have responded to 4 per year on average. I think 3 last year within the city limits. So that would be where the city fire department picks that up and responds to those 3 to 4 vehicle extrication calls.
But that doesn't mean the rescue squad won't get calls after April 1st.
If it was a water or specialized type of search and rescue that Lloyd Rescue could still provide, and if they had the manpower to do it and the ability to respond based on their call volume, absolutely would we make that call.
And Namir says they get roughly 130 calls a year and are happy to serve from wherever. First and foremost, they are concerned about helping people.
Again, we're here to serve the community. We're doing this because we care, and whether we move or not, we're a bunch of guys that just want to go and help people.
Now, city administration will be working with the squad on writing a report by March to present to council with a plan going forward. Anna Knotvate, Newcap News.
Lloydminster drivers could be in for another headache on local roads this summer. Now, last year, commuters had to deal with the major work being done for the Highway 16 rehabilitation project, and now it's Highway 17's turn. Now, it's the first phase of the Highway Couplet project, which will ultimately see 49th and 50th Avenues turned into one-way roads from 41st to 57th Street. Now, the summer construction will focus on sewer upgrades underneath the highway.
Upgrade any of the old water mains, sewer mains, putting in a storm trunk, and trying to get them done ahead of time before we actually go to constructing of the roadways works and stuff like that.
Construction is scheduled to begin in June and is expected to wrap up in late November, barring any weather issues.
With the amount of work that we have for these upgrades, it's probably going to be all summer, and it may even go into next year. We're not too sure right now, and of course the old man weather will come into play.
City officials say the first phase will have minimum impact on city traffic. Now, for a full list of affected routes, you can visit the City of Lloydminster website at lloydminster.ca. The entire Highway 17 Couplet project is expected to cost $30 million and is also expected to be completed by 2017. The Lloydminster Airport could soon be in for an expansion. The city has agreed to buy land for $1 million next to the property, and plans for developing it are already underway. Now, the realtor asked city staff to purchase the land northwest of the airport, and it was an opportunity they say they couldn't pass up. Councillor Linnea Goodhand says it was a good chance, or rather good choice, to get this land while it's still available.
Great plan and no land to implement the plan, so it's better to have the land first and then to create the plan.
She says the land could be used for airport expansions, residential or industrial, but whatever it is, they will figure it out soon.
I don't think this is going to sit on our shelf for very long. I think there's definitely a need for movement out in that direction. It's just a matter of just trying to determine what's the best use.
Goodhand also adds the 155 acres was purchased under fair market value. Well, students at Cold Lake Middle School had the chance to channel their inner Sherlock Holmes today as they learned the skills of the Crime Scene Investigation Unit. The program is part of the science curriculum, teaching them the inner workings of police forensics. Fraser Snowden has more.
The students had the chance to survey this crime scene and learn skills such as fingerprint identification, observation technique, and handwriting analysis.
Kids in the grade 6 science program even dressed the part with the white protective suit for the mock investigation. It was a unique learning opportunity for them.
It could be difficult sometimes when you're looking at the prints and the people writing. It can when you're looking at the right signature and all that, it could be hard because a lot of people can have the same thing.
It was pretty fun. I like picking fingerprints and stuff.
Let's go back to our questions.
MD Bonnieville Peace Officer Charlene Skinner helped train the students and says they enjoy learning the whole process of surveying the scene.
And they get really excited about it. So it's good to see that they're excited about it, and it's good to teach them when they're excited. Sometimes you have to calm them down to get them to learn properly, but it's very much fun for them, and it's fun for me as well. I enjoy it.
The science teacher in charge says it has helped inspire some of the kids taking part.
Basically, I've actually had a few kids along the way that have been interested in becoming police officers after this unit, so I think they all seem to love it.
So if you lifted a perfect fingerprint, this is what it would look like.
More than 60 grade 6 students were involved in the CSI program. In Cold Lake, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.
Well, turning back to our region, are you looking at expanding your family to include a furry little friend? On this week's Pet Project, Jenny from the SPCA introduces us to 2 cats and a dog who are looking for their forever homes.
This is Sheldon. Sheldon is a 6-month-old male cat. He's current on vaccinations, not yet neutered, and he'll be microchipped at the time of adoption. Sheldon is such a cute cat. He loves to cuddle. He's content just being in your arms. And once he's had his fill of love, he likes to play as well. Sheldon gets along great with other cats, and he would be a wonderful addition to any home. Come on down and check out Sheldon.
Good boy.
This is Rue. Rue is a 1.5-year-old male Labrador Retriever cross. He's neutered, current on vaccinations, and he's also microchipped. Lou is a really sweet boy who is full of energy. He loves to play and be where the action is. He also loves to meet new people, and he gets along great with dogs and children. Come on down to the SPCA and meet Rue.
You're having a fun one.
This is Mr. Mowgli. Mr. Mowgli is a 4-year-old male flame point cat. He's current on vaccinations, neutered, and he's also microchipped. Mr. Mowgli is a really fun cat with a unique look. He loves to be active and play, and when he's ready for some relaxed time, he loves to get groomed and pet. If you're looking for an interactive cat for your home, come on down to the SPCA and meet Mr. Mowgli.